After all, science. And oh, I almost forgot. From the Big Bang, even time itself began.
The Big Bang made time?
It's really astonishing what a Big Bang and evolution can do. This may be hard to grasp for some uneducated people because the universe is of infinite size and beauty, possessing a great design. The Earth, too, is replete with grandeur and magnificence and uniquely made up of infinite elements that all work together to produce life. Just remember, don't get bogged down with grandeur. Repeat to yourself, the world began by chance accident. It was purposeless and meaningless, and it took about 14 billion years. 13.7843221554 billion years to be exact, and bang, I mean Big Bang, the great universe appeared. Never ever forget, great periods of time makes all things possible. One day, after many years of evolution, there appeared a cell in the primordial ooze of the Earth's surface. How, you may ask? It just happened. The ooze said to itself, I think I'll turn into a complex single cell today. Then another 599.897322 million years went by, and the single cell got lonely and said to itself, I think I'll turn into a tadpole or an amoeba. Evolutionists differ, but what's the difference? Either way, this ambitious cell evolved into a tadpole that developed a body and instincts and was alive. And it all happened by meaningless chance. You see, that is how it evolved. This explains how life began. Anyway, the tadpole then got the urge to be a frog. The tadpole did not know in itself what a frog was and how it turned into a frog, but it just happened. It evolved by adapting to its environment. During the course of 111.17554221367 million years, the tadpole that became a frog developed bumps on its face. There were 100 bumps that popped up on the frog, but you'll never guess what happened. As random luck would have it, 98 of the bumps remained unsightly bumps, but 2 of the bumps became eyes, complete with an iris, optic nerve, pupil, lens, sclera, retina, and 40 million nerve endings.
Given the complexity of the eye and its multitude of intricate, integrated parts, how can anyone believe that the human eye evolved from a non-eye?
The frog could now see. It was really lucky the way it happened, because not only did the frog have 2 eyes, but light and colors were produced in the earth, so that light was then translated into patterns of nerve impulses to the brain by the eye. The frog was blind, and now it could see. Evolution is awesome, isn't it? The frog, I guess, because it was living in a swamp of ooze, broke out again. This time the 2 bumps appeared on each side of its head, and shazam, the bumps turned into ears.
The complexity of the ear is amazing. The Word of God states, Exodus 4:11, And the Lord said unto him, Moses, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I, the Lord? The Word of God states the truth, yet, with their heads harder than iron, evolutionists still teach their absurd fairy tale.
The frog could now hear, and guess what? Evolution also created sound. Eventually, frogs evolved into lizards, and then into chickens, then pigs, dogs, and finally into monkeys. How these animals reproduce without a male and female gender and sexual maturity in both the male and female is hard to explain, but it is theorized that one day an effeminate dog who liked to polish his nails and work out to aerobic tapes suddenly turned into a female. So now the dogs were able to reproduce. And of course, eventually, effeminate pigs, cross-dressing roosters, and sissy monkeys got into the act. It was really cosmopolitan. Then you might find this a bit hard to believe, but you have to be a scientific thinker. Remember, this happened over 45.821776924 million years ago. And don't forget, it is science. The monkey turned into a man. It was really, really, really cool. The man could walk and talk and a bunch of other stuff. You see, man taught itself to walk by repeatedly listening to Frankie Valli's song, Walk Like a Man. It was amazing the way man became alive. Not only did man have life, but they and all life would die. Why life and why death, you might ask? Oh, no reason. Life and death just happened. The living part was fun. Death was kind of depressing, but hey, let's not be unfashionable about it. And of course, it is science. Well, that's how it happened. And one day, man is going to evolve into something even better. We don't know what just yet. We have to be patient and wait between 75 days and 75 million years for the Big Bang and evolution to let us know. And everybody will live happily ever after. The end. Evolution is a central tenet of a false religion that opposes God and His Word. Christianity is the true religion. Christianity, therefore, is an affront against the evolutionist religion. Each person who verbalizes his belief in evolution knows in the back of his mind that God created him and the world in which he lives. He suppresses this truth and his innate conscience by filling his mind with anything and everything that aids in this suppression, including and especially evolutionary science. When Christianity or biblical creation is expressed, evolutionists must then respond. The power of the Word of God always elicits a response. A truthful response in favor of goodness to those who believe the Holy Bible, or a lying response in favor of wickedness to those who do not. From just an educational point of view, it is incredible that evolution is studied as intelligent science. There is no wisdom in it whatsoever, nor proof. Not only is it baseless, as we will see, it has no answers to the fundamental questions of life every person alive today should investigate, which are, where did I come from? Why am I here? And where am I going? An evolutionist's answer to these questions of life are, I don't know. The acceptance of the theory leaves man without hope or purpose, without morality or integrity, without order or worth, because it leaves out God, who is the source of these essential ideals.